Hey, we're gonna do a quick update video of the things growing out on the property. We came out to plant some shrubs this morning in front of the future chicken coop. I noticed we've got some new growth going on out here, so I'm going to update you guys on what's going on with everything we've got growing out on the property. Last night I was able to pick up some shrubs from someone selling on Facebook Marketplace. So I got 4 of these. I can't remember what he said they were called. Those are the 2 smaller ones. And I went ahead and planted the larger 2 in front of the coop right here. So I still have a few little details I'm going to add on the outside of the coop, but it's coming together really nicely and I'm happy with it. I need to water these shrubs in and come back and dig another hole for these extra shrubs. I'll find a place for them at some point. Sullivan is upset because Archer will not share the pruning shears with him, so we're having a fit this morning. Right? Yes? Now you're not gonna talk? Huh? Come on, let's keep going. Okay, so our kumquat tree right here pretty much still looks the same. It hasn't lost a whole lot of leaves. It's not fruiting, but it's doing well. I got these tea roses in the ground. I know this one is pink and it was supposed to be yellow, but I'm gonna hang on to it. Not much going on with the roses. This Satsuma tangerine, I was a little bit worried about because it started dropping all of its leaves, but it hasn't lost any since I got it last summer. And I see some blooms over here on the end, and let's see, Sullivan, I need my hand. So we've got some blooms right here, and then we've got some new growth down here along the trunk. So maybe it was just getting acclimated to being transplanted. We've got some new growth on these branches, so that's exciting. Hopefully it'll pull through. Our figs have broken dormancy. They've got a little bit of damage from the last cold snap we had. This is just frost damage. So they will easily outgrow that. Everything else looks really nice. On the figs, this right here is the St. John's wort we picked up from Sea Island Savory. That's a perennial and it's got medicinal uses. So we'll see how that does. This will be our first year trying St. John's wort. Another fig, which is looking nice. This is the second half of the chamomile that I split up. The other half is back at home. So I'm trying half at home in a container and half out here directly in the ground. A couple of the raspberries are starting to take off. This is, where did we get this? I think we picked this one up from Aldi for like $6. I've heard raspberries are difficult to grow here, but we do have a lot of wild blackberry out here and other briar and brambly things, so I figured we'd give it a shot. So this one's actually sending up new canes already, as you can see right there. We do have a couple that don't seem to have anything going on, but some have taken off. This is the fall gold raspberry from M.I. Gardner, and we've got some growth right there coming up. So hopefully that continues to do well. Those are gonna be like golden yellow raspberries. And this is one of our last Aldi raspberries, sending up canes right there. Okay, this is Spanish lavender, I believe. I didn't start this from seed. I brought this out of a local nursery and transplanted it out. These guys are supposed to like the soil a little bit more dry. They like the heat, so it still looks pretty good so far. So I'm hopeful. I haven't had luck with lavender in the past. And I've got another variety of lavender just over here, and this is the lace. This one is a little bit more yellow looking. I'm gonna come through and water everything today. but it is putting off a new little shoot right here, so maybe it's okay. Definitely looking forward to using those. All right, this is a pomegranate. I think it's Wonderful variety that I've added. I see a little bit of yellowing, but it's not too bad. That could just be from the transplant. So we haven't had a whole lot of rain. I'm gonna come through and water everything today though. Check it out. This is one of my blueberry bushes, and most of them have at least a handful of blueberries. So some of them have dried up, won't become anything, but you might get a few to snack on. That would be nice. Here is another one of the blueberry bushes. We've got some berries coming on. This one's got a bit more than the last. This is always so exciting. One of the 2 persimmons have finally broken dormancy. So excited to see that. I wasn't sure they survived the move out here, but they're coming to life. That's the one that's broken dormancy right there. And then we are still waiting on something from this guy. So hopefully the transplant went well. The stems don't feel like you can crack them. Oops. Well, it's still green. It's not dead. Greenish yellow. So hopefully get some growth on that soon. The blackberries we put out still look nice. I wasn't terribly concerned about those. We've got wild blackberry out here. I think the blackberries and raspberries are actually gonna do really well out here. So those pretty much look the same. This is comfrey we planted out here. It needs to be watered. This is said to have some medicinal uses also. So I just have to look into that a little bit more. These trees have really taken off. This is our Elliott pecan. And this was planted in place of one of the peach trees that we had to pull up because of the ambrosia beetle. But the last time I was out here, none of that greenery had bloomed yet. So this tree seems to be taking off and doing great. No holes or damage on the trunk, so it looks nice. And these are the last of our pears. I will probably come back and plant another pear tree between the 2 of these. Probably in the fall. So the first pear tree that you see right here, this is our Ayers pear variety, and we didn't have any ambrosia beetle damage on this tree. The trunk is still wrapped in burlap, and I will check to see if everything is looking okay in here. The trunk is fine underneath there. I'm probably just gonna leave that for now. When it gets really hot and humid out, I may take it off and go ahead and whitewash the trunk of the tree. And same for our Asian pear over here. Got lots of new greenery on this one. It's looking good. No insect damage on the trunk at all. So I'm really, really excited to see that the move for these trees went well. It's 60 degrees. My kids are refusing their shoes. Archer is now taking his shirt off. But they're content and they're quiet. So let's go check on the potato patch and the grapevine trellis. Oh my gosh, y'all. We are going to get potatoes. I was so certain that, hold on, I have to jump the trellis. I was so certain that something had eaten these and taken off with them because they were taking so long to come up, but here they are. So these are the potatoes that Archer and I planted our first night camping out here on the property, and they are just white potatoes. And maybe these took a little bit longer to come up because of the lack of light. It might not get full sun in this spot until later in the afternoon, but I'm super excited. So I think we planted 12 seed potatoes out here, and hopefully nothing comes and digs them up, and we'll be making probably home fries because that's what these guys enjoy the most. Yay! All right, lastly, we are going to check the grapevines and asparagus. I need to tread carefully because I don't have my snake boots on today. So let's see, start at the front here. And wow, this is taking off. So I see that I'm going to have to come down this line and weed and pull a lot of things that are growing up just right up against this grape trellis. But the grapes are really taking off, and most of this stuff has thorns, which I already knew, so I grabbed some gloves. All right, so this is our first grapevine on the trellis, and I had to put my gloves on, but look at that. We're setting fruit. I know a lot of people come in and thin and pull. I'm not going to be heartbroken if I don't get grapes the first year, but I'm not sure I'll come in and thin every single plant. So we'll just have to see. But they're taking off, so that's exciting. And that first plant stops all the way down here. It's sending up this vine, which we will attach to the middle wire right there. So this one has little sets of grapes. Some of them may fall off. We may come in and thin some of them, but it's nice to see that they're taking off well. I also see in this jumbled mess over here, asparagus that is taking off. So yay for that. There we go. There's the asparagus. And like I said, I'll come in and weed around the things that we do want and get rid of the things that we don't want so they aren't competing for the nutrition. So let's walk down this line and just check on everything else. There's more asparagus right here. Brambles. This. This is tricky because, okay, so this is wild grape. This is wild grape. This is probably muscadine. I am not sure what I want to do with that yet. I might leave it for now. Somebody likes muscadines, right? These are a couple of my banana plants. Some of them should be fruiting varieties, I should say. I don't think I've ever shown these before. I always forget because we kind of just tucked them away over here in a corner until we get some more things done out here and decide where I want to put them. But they are starting to come back from this winter, so that's nice. I've got another one a little ways away. It doesn't have any green at the top of it yet, but it's coming back. So I'm excited about these.
It's crunchy.
Yeah, it is crunchy. That's from the frost, but just leave it. It'll grow back. Not this part, but a new leaf will grow. So yeah, just wanted to share the bananas. I'll probably put a few of these all over once we get some other things situated out here. So they're just hanging out on the other side of the property for now. That is everything that we've got growing right now. Overall, I'm really pleased with how things are looking. I think we have one great plant that hasn't broken dormancy or either is dead. And then we've got the persimmon that we got to keep an eye on. But I'm super excited to come out here and see potatoes sprouting and the grapes taking off. I'm going to weed along that trellis right now, get everything watered, and we'll catch up with you guys soon. Bye.